Coren, the Artistic Director of the Gilded Balloon.
Hello, I'm Katie Coren, also the Artistic Director of the Gilded Balloon.
And we are a mother and daughter team who run the Gilded Balloon together. I started the Gilded Balloon 35 years ago, and we are so upset that we are not doing the live Fringe this year.
This year we decided to put together a small programme of events whilst the Fringe didn't go ahead as planned. So we hope you're enjoying our online shows. We have unseen footage from our archives in those online shows, as well as our brand new experiment show on the streets of Edinburgh, Fringe Search Party.
We can't wait to get back to live theatre and comedy and everything we do. And it's going to be really hard to get to 2020. I'm hoping that you can help us with fundraising to get there. We're looking to help the freelancers who come and work for us, and artists, and the Gilded Balloon.
You can find our crowdfunder fundraising page on the crowdfunder website. As Karen said, we're raising money for our freelance Fringe workers that have fallen through the cracks that we weren't able to fulfil contracts with this year. We're also putting that money towards this year's programme and next year's programme, so investing in artists next year. Also, we'll be giving a percentage of the money raised to Intercultural Youth Scotland, who is our charity partner for this year's Fringe, and we hope to work with them again for next year's Fringe when everything is
back to normal.
Yes, when we're able to put on live performance again.
The new normal. Please tell all your friends and get other people to watch, because there's some good stuff in there.
Yeah, enjoy the shows. Mwah.
Goodbye.
Go crazy for Zoe Lyons.
Evening, people. Nice to see you. Are you good? Fucking lovely, nice, well behaved, sitting down, drink. I was walking here and I just passed two teenage kids on a bench drinking fucking cider at 2 o'clock in the morning. They're fucking pissed like that. They're shouting at tourists like, "Fuck you, you tourist bastard. Fuck off. Fuck you, you bastard." And at one point, one of them threw an empty can of cider on the floor, and his friend went, "Robert, no, we're bench drinkers, but we're no litter bugs." I was like, "That's fucking great. Bit of respect. That's what I like. It's nice. It's good to be out drinking. I love a bar that's open to 5 a.m. in the morning. That's always a good thing, isn't it? It really is. Because if you're in a bar at 4:30, what you really need is another fucking drink. That's what you need, isn't it? You think, thank God it's open, I can have another drink. To be honest with you people, I've never woken up on a morning and thought, "Do you know what? I'm fucking delighted we had those extra 7 pints of Stella before we went to bed. That was a brilliant idea. You said, shall we go after 5? And I went, no, fuck it. Let's have 7 more. That's what I really want. Then we had a round of Jägermeister. You got your tits out. I got me bum out. You followed your friend Carlos, and we got a gram of fucking Sinit Bang. I am so glad we did that. That was lovely. And I woke up in my own bed with a nosebleed, pants on my head, and a very, very confused-looking ladyboy. I am so glad that was the best thing we could possibly do. Fucking yes. I love it. I love the Ladyboys. The Ladyboys of Bangkok, they're here again in Edinburgh. Fucking brilliant. I love them. They've been touring the world for about 10 years now, just confusing straight guys wherever they go. They have just guys looking at them going, I know they're not, and I'm not, but I fucking would. Wouldn't you? I would. Look at that. That's brilliant. Look at that. Tits and can put up a shelf. I fucking would. That's fantastic. It's funny how that kind of sort of gender blurring is perfectly acceptable, isn't it? Cock and a frock, absolutely fine. Tit and a tux, a little bit weird. There is a reason why the manly girls of Chiang Mai have not had a world tour. No fucking call for it. That's the thing, you see. It's all right for guys to be a little bit feminine. I've got a friend, right, and she loves it when her boyfriend's in touch with his feminine side. So I love it when Richard's in touch with his feminine side. It's lovely. He came home last night, we got a DVD, bought me some flowers, we watched a film. He had a little cry, and to be honest with you, when he cried, I thought, do you know what? I love him just a little bit more. I love him just a little bit more. I've never heard Richard going, wish Mary was more in touch with the masculine side. I really do. I've never gone round to their house and gone, where's Mary? And she goes, oh, she's upstairs playing Mortal Kombat, drinking Stella and cracking one off. She came home drunk last night. I found her pissing on the DVD player. She's very much in touch with her masculine side. She really is. I'm not a particularly girly girl myself. Girly girls in the room, give me a cheer. If I did that, I'd be like that. Yeah, I'm not a particularly girly girl. I don't dress particularly girly. I get invitations all wrong when people ask me to dress up for things. I went to a party. What was that, darling? Nothing? Okay. I went to a party recently. It said on the invitation, dress to kill. I went as Rose West. I just got it all fucking right. I thought it looked great. Bubbly wig, all floral outfit, a little book on how to make the most out of a small patio. Apparently not what they fucking meant. It was a bit embarrassing. You know.
All the way to the microphone. Give it up for the brilliant Dane Baptiste!
But I'm trying to be more of a romantic person. I started listening to some more R&B and boy band songs, but I don't really like those songs. I feel like boy band songs give young girls an unrealistic image of men. So I think it's about time boy bands started making honest songs that everyone can relate to. You know, songs like Baby, I Wanna Hold You. I started to listen to Your Problems the Whole Night. We both got work in the morning. Or, you know, songs like That's Your Mother, Why Do I Have to Go? You know, honest songs like Baby, I Love You, apart from that 1 week in a month and You're Unbearable. So honest songs. And that's right, ladies, that was a menstruation reference. I said it, I'm not scared. Now, ladies, I know that sometimes men don't really care about things like your periods, but, you know, that's not our fault. We're misled by corporations. So every time a woman gets angry with me, I assume it's because she hasn't had a chance to go mountain biking or rock climbing, which, according to the advert, she needed a sanitary towel for. Because I thought being on your period meant you wanted, like, you know, a hot water bottle, some paracetamol for the pain, and for everybody to leave you the fuck alone. But then you watch the adverts and it's like, wow, body for home, body foam for you. And there's a woman hang gliding through the sky, and then she abseils down a mountain. Then she drives a Porsche off a skyscraper. And I remember being a kid thinking to myself, well, these sanitary towels are amazing. She's not breaking a sweat. I want a sanitary towel of my own. So let me tell you about myself. So I go to McDonald's quite a lot because the career's going well. And I don't mind going to McDonald's, but what I do hate is when people go to McDonald's with stuck-up attitudes. Like, I was there with a friend recently, and he was like, oh, my God, Dane, this burger is disgusting. I'm going to speak to the chef. Chef? There's no chef in McDonald's. I was there with another friend recently. He was like, yes, can I have a fillet of fish, please? What did you just say? I said, can I have a fillet of fish, please? In here, it's called a fillet of fish. No, Dane, it's fillet as in filet mignon. No, we are in fucking McDonald's. There's nothing mignon about this place. But while you're at it, order me 6 chicken nougats, please. Those would be wonderful. Now, I'm trying to sort out my diet, so I've been thinking about becoming a vegetarian. Any vegetarians in the house? How long have you been a vegetarian for? 2 years. And that's because you don't want to consume the flesh of an innocent animal. That's fair enough. But my logic is, if an animal attacks me first and I kill it, can I eat it then? That's what I'm saying. Like, let's say I'm walking home from this gig and a pig follows me down an alleyway, trying to take my virtue. If I kill that pig, can I make bacon from that pig? Cool. All right. Second scenario. I'm lying in bed with my hypothetical wife. She hates it when I call her that. I'm lying in bed with my wife. 2 cows in balaclavas break into my home. They're looking for jewelry, gadgets, Cravendale, and if I kill those cows, can I make burgers from those cows? Okay, cool. Huh? Anyway, last scenario, guys. Go with me on this one, okay? I'm lying in bed with a chicken. Me and the chicken have an argument, and the chicken goes into the toilet, and I start firing shots through the toilet door. Is that okay then? Yeah, because apparently in South Africa, that's fine now. Yeah, that's now called culpable homicide. Now I've got a dictionary for my iPhone, and it says culpable is to blame for, and homicide is to take someone's life with malicious intent. So you're to blame for taking someone's life. Isn't that murder? Yeah, because I don't imagine going to court on a rape charge and being like, no, Your Honor, that was penetration by negligence. So I'd like my job back as a footballer, please.
And give it up for the wonderful Sarah Millican!
Hello! Hello, I was going to start off with a bit of advice, but I'm not really very good at giving out advice. I'll give an example of how I was in a supermarket recently quite late at night, and there was this young couple wandering around, and the girl said to her boyfriend, "Have we got everything?" And he said, "I think so." And I looked in their basket, and all they had was a bottle of rosé and a cucumber. And I just thought, there's no way that they have everything else they need in for a salad. What I should have said is lube, love. That's what you need, lube. But I didn't. She's got to learn the hard way. We all have to. But the bit of advice I've got is for the ladies in the room. I've discovered as a woman how you know whether or not you're overweight. It's during the throes of passion when your bloke picks you up, whether or not he says 1, 2, 3 first. That's my favourite joke. Yay. Let me tell you a bit about me. I got married at 22 and divorced at 29. Have I got any divorcees in? Give us a cheer. 1. Bless them, you sound so happy. Have we got married people in then? Give us a cheer. Oh, don't sound so happy, do you? Oh, never mind, your time will come. Yes, it was cunty. So yeah, but when I got divorced, I moved back in with me mum and dad. That's not good, is it? No. When we first split up, somebody said it was like a bereavement. It's one of those stock phrases that roll out to people who've never thought of peeing on the husband's toothbrush and not telling him. Time's a healer. Plenty more fish in the sea. My own personal favourite. I never liked him. That was me mum. Still get the how are you head tilt. How are you? Just want to get it straight. It isn't like a bereavement at all. Because if he died, I'd have had my mortgage paid. I could have danced on his fucking grave. But when we first split up, I went to see a counsellor, and she suggested that I read Paul McKenna's How to Mend a Broken Heart. Got to page 30, and I slept with a 23-year-old. It's not what it said. It's what it should have said. Because it really fucking worked. But when I bought the book, I bought it off Amazon, and underneath it said, customers who bought this also bought suicide isn't always the answer. Because it sometimes is. Oh, but when I became newly single, a friend... Did you just get it? Oh, bless you. Oh. Didn't know. Is this the slow table? Oh, a little bit remedial. Oh, was it because I was back then I didn't know where the cunts were, but I've just found them. But when I became newly single, a friend of mine bought me a teapot for 1 cow. She's not my friend anymore. She's not even alive anymore. She's alive. She's just heavily disfigured. Some kind of teapot-related incident. She also bought me one of those sex checkbooks, you know, the sort of thing, I would like a blowjob, please. Well, I can't say that because I haven't got a cock. Well, I have, but it's in me bag.
Ladies and gentlemen, go wild for Christopher Macarthur-Boyd, everybody!
Trump's all right. It's hard to criticise America when our country's so fucked, though. You know, I'm a big believer in the old Scottish independence. Couple of fans in. Someone made a noise like a tired horse. And I think everybody's entitled to their own opinion about Scottish independence. You know, I was a yes voter. My mum was wrong. I couldn't stay up for the results, right? Because I've got a bedtime. But I remember waking up in the morning and I didn't know what the future of the country was going to be. You know, didn't know if we're going to live in some kind of glorious socialist utopia. Wasn't sure if we're going to live here. You know, came downstairs. My mum was sitting on the couch and she had a big smile on her face. But she wasn't watching Everybody Loves Raymond, was she? She wasn't watching Frasier, although it is a good programme. She was watching the news, and the news said Scotland says no, 55%. Something in my heart just broke, and I was like, I don't know how you can do that to this country. Scotland finally had the chance to steer the rudder of its own ship, and you've dashed that ship upon the rocks. I'll fight for Scottish independence till my bones crumble like stale shortbread, and I'll scream Viva la Caledonia for the rooftops until my lungs are but the dry, haggard, droning wheeze of the bagpipe. I would rather die on my feet today than live forever on my knees. And my mum said, well, if you like independence so much, then why do you get your own fucking flat? I said, no thanks. We're better together. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been delightful. I've been doing a wee short spot.
Come on, guys! Go on, President Scott Bishop!
Ladies and gentlemen, give me a cheer if you're Scottish. Okay, now that's more than I... Oh, look at it. Where are you from? Where are you from? Glasgow. Ah, no. Hey! I fucking love you Scottish people. Well done for having the shittest fucking weather in the world. And still having a comedy festival. Fuck it, it's raining. How the fuck Scottish people know what to put on in the morning is beyond me. I've been hot, cold, wet, fucking windy, dry, hot, cold, wet, all in an hour. Fucking stupid. I've been up here, I've got to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, I've been up here for a month now, and I've forgot what happens in the rest of the world. I forgot, I turned the telly on, the Olympics were on. When the fuck did that happen? Fucking people running around, chasing stuff, I couldn't believe it. I'm speaking, I had an interview with a fucking journalist, and this is a special night tonight, and I'll come on to the reasons why, and there's a journalist backstage, and he said, I said, oh, the fucking Olympics are on, I didn't know. He said, well, yeah, well, this is what the Edinburgh Festival's like, innit? The Edinburgh Festival's like the Olympics for comedians. I said, this is fuck. I said, I can't see athletes walking around Beijing with flyers, can you? So, do you want to come and see me in the long jump tomorrow? 3 stars in the Beijing Times, but it reads like a 4-star.
Our show was ready, our trains were booked.
Then COVID came and now we're
sad.
If you've ever seen a show, here's something that you might not know.
They're hard to make and they're hard to do, and can't exist without a venue.
Who'll give support and invest their time.
Please help the Gilded Balloon survive. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Donate to Gilded Balloon. Share this link and sing this tune. Your money goes to the freelance team and next year's full Fringe programming.
You know when you laugh at stuff that's funny,
we're making that cost lots of money.
Get just one less takeaway
and give that cash to the Gilded Balloon today.
Please!
Come on!
Bristol Square in Edinburgh, it's usually packed with people going to see Fringe shows at the Fringe, but not this year. Instead, well, apart from the skateboarders, this is the starting point of the Fringe Search Party. What is Fringe Search Party? It's a Fringe-themed treasure hunt around Edinburgh city centre. It's brought to you by the Gilded Balloon and Padlock's Escape Rooms. My name is Fred Colley. I'm here to set you off the right foot, and all you need is a fully charged phone, access to the internet via data or Wi-Fi, access to Google Maps if you're not familiar with Edinburgh, and your smarty pants will need to be on. Your mission, should you accept it, is to solve a series of clues and puzzles in order to find the spirit of the Fringe, and the spirit of the Fringe is I laugh a lot. Might not be laughing so much this August, but I laugh a lot normally. You'll have some help along the way. Our helpers will share some of their favourite Fringe memories, as well as some important clues. And that's it. When you're ready to play, head to searchparty.gildedballoon.co.uk and sign up to get started. Teams of 4 players can play for only a tenner. Good luck, and I hope you enjoy the Fringe Search Party.
Marcus says it's okay for 2 knuckles, it's fucking late at night!
Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a real treat. The very funny, the boy with tape on his face!
This is fucking horrible.
Ladies and gentlemen, go wild for Jason Byrne.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our play. It is called... Sorry, our musical. Our musical is called Starting Here, Starting Now. It is written by Richard Madeley Jr. and the music is by David Shaw. Our director is 10. Yes, he is indeed. He likes foxes and fucking strange women. What? We're going to do la 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 la. We are now going to perform la 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 la. Yes. Will you fucking... Yeah, they will as well, you fucking mad thing. Why don't you go out and have a wank into a cup? All right, hang on. Could you go up to the mic? What? Fucking brilliant! Ladies and gentlemen, performing Starting Here, Starting Now. 3 posh people and a director who is 10. Go! I'm very sorry, there seems to be a mistake. That's brilliant. You hear what the posh guy said? That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. What are you talking about? You could just have me killed. Quickly, I want the Irish person off the face of the map. Ladies and gentlemen, la la la. Starting here, starting now. Everybody clapping. La la. La 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 la.
Well, now everybody hates.
La la.
I want you to play fair. Nobody gonna stay away when I'm here.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. We will now do Guys and Dolls. What am I doing holding a fucking microphone over my head at 2 o'clock in the morning? Hello, posh people, Guys and Dolls, please.
When you see a guy reach for stars in the sky, you can bet that he's doing it for some.
Woo!
When you spot a
Everybody
star
up!
waiting
Stand
on
up!
the lane,
Stand
that
up!
the star is insane.
Clapping! Clapping!
When you meet a gent,
That's
paying
it!
all kinds of rent for a flat.
Everybody join in!
La
la la la la. Everybody la 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 la.
That the guy's
La.
only doing it for
La la
some
la. Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, the posh people. He's so nice, that guy.
Well, make some noise for the one, the only Mr. Ed Byrne!
Oh, how times have changed. I used to get fucking hammered and then I'd come along here and go, let me on, let me do 5 minutes. And now it's like, oh, I've got Late and Live later. I better not get too drunk. So, late and live. Late and, why is it even fucking called that? All right, it's late. Aren't all the fucking shows live? Are the other late shows recorded? Is there a reason we need to fucking specify that the people are actually humans talking to you? How many people here are actually from Scotland? How many people here from Edinburgh? Oh, do you know we call the Fringe Festival Edinburgh? Are you aware of that? We call the Edinburgh Fringe Edinburgh. Isn't that fucking rude? That we call the Edinburgh Fringe Edinburgh. Like Edinburgh doesn't fucking exist outside of the festival. Like it's not a thriving metropolis, the seat of the Scottish Parliament, 1,000 fucking year old city where people work in 52 weeks of the year. No, it just appears like Brigadoon for 3.5 weeks every year. Edinburgh to tend our fucking egos. Although we actually call August Edinburgh. You gotta be flattered by that, surely. I have genuinely had conversations with people who are like, are you gonna be in Edinburgh this year? No, I'm going to Melbourne for Edinburgh. Genuinely. Remember that Edinburgh where we hiked through Sweden? What an Edinburgh that was. I think they should actually issue, I think if you're from Edinburgh, you should be able to go to a government office like the end of July, show proof of where you live, and get issued with fucking cattle prods. I think it's only fair. You should be able to walk around the streets tooled up. Let's go fucking move it! Out my fucking road! Castle's that way, prick! My favourite thing about the festival, just watching locals trying to get to work. You even try and give me a fly, I'll take your fucking hand off.
Please go demented. Welcome to the stage, the fantastic Mr. Dara O Briain!
This is a bit fucking hot, lads, in the room here. Australia's the same. I was over in Australia. Ridiculous fucking temperatures. Have you ever been over there, Sarah? Have you? You haven't. It's a fine country to visit, but don't be fooled by going in the winter, because they're fucking smart, because they have their summer during the winter. The devious little fuckers that they are, you know what I mean? Like, which is very clever, because it gives them the whole summer to look forward to. Which is a very Irish joke, but it is a kind of a thing that it is really irritating to arrive. It's fucking 40 degrees over there, and I can't take that because I'm Irish, and it's been scientifically proven that the melting temperature of an Irish man is 36 degrees Celsius, right? Anything above that, our limbs get long and floppy and cease to function in any way at all. You can throw us over the back of a chair like a suit, right? We just vump over like that. Which doesn't. We would sit in an air-conditioned apartment last January, looking out at the good weather, going, "Fucking hell, this is fucking ridiculous. I'm not going out there. You're fucking mad. We die out there. We're drawing lots for who's going for milk. This is fucking nonsense, right?" Which is reasonable enough because it was stupidly hot. And one day I remember we flicked on the weather forecast at 9 o'clock in the evening going, please God, let it fucking cool down. And your one comes down with a big smug head and they're going, another lovely day in Adelaide today and a glorious evening ahead of us. The minimum overnight temperature tonight will be 27 degrees Celsius. And we all sat there going, for fuck's sakes, no, it's night time. The sun is on the other fucking side of the planet at this stage. It has to get cold. That makes no sense in physics unless there's a mirror attached to the moon, which is bouncing the fucking rays back down again. It has to get fucking cold, right? Unless raw lava is being pumped into the fucking streets of Adelaide every night, it has to get cold. Speaking of lava, by the way, how cool are the fucking Italians at the moment? Looking with fucking magma running past their house, going, "Sì, il volcano è troppo dangeroso il volcano. Oh, momento. Okay. And occasionally you see them getting a Gucci loafer caught and going, oh, fuck, okay, it's a shoe. They'd lost more in Pompeii. But there is the kind of thing that I can't tell you, like, if that ever happened in Dublin, right, if the weather forecaster ever come out in Dublin, or indeed here, and said the minimum overnight temperature tonight will be 27 degrees Celsius, we'd all be waking up our kids going, come on, get out of bed, we're going to the beach, come on. They'd all be sitting there going, what? It's the middle of the night. And we're going, it's 27 degrees. You might never see that in Dublin again. Get into the car. And then about 2 hours later, we'd be sitting in the darkness going, where did you bury your brother? Where? Is he wearing a watch? He better be fucking wearing a watch. You know that? Mary, get the metal detector. He's done it again. You're an awful... I don't care. If you've got school in the morning, you can use cocaine like the rest of us. Now find your fucking brother. We could not take... It's like in America when they get the ridiculous weather. You know the big storms, the twisters and tornadoes that flatten every fucking thing? You've probably seen them on the Discovery Channel. You see the footage of something just flattening. Like, because on the Discovery Channel, if you have it, it's Twister Week every week on the Discovery Channel. Except, of course, when it's Shark Week. It's one or the other for the Discovery Channel. Obviously, the big wet dream in the Discovery Channel is getting video footage of a twister that goes out to sea, picks up sharks, and brings them back in again, right? They'd fucking love that. It'd be Sharks Take Alabama Week. They'd be fucking thrilled with themselves. Like, but it's like, you watch that destruction, the way when everything is flattened by a big storm in Oklahoma, there isn't a fucking building left standing. Or in Florida, when a hurricane comes in off the ocean and there's fucking nothing left standing, and you're looking at it going, Jesus, that's a terrible, isn't that an awful, the human cost of that tragedy. It's a terrible, terrible thing. But there's another part of you going, still, for fuck's sakes, lads, brick. You know what I mean, like, we've been building with brick here for years, right? You can blow on it all you want, it's not fucking going anywhere, right? You just get the impression that most of the southern states of America were built by the first two little piggies. You know, they arrived over from fairy tale land with their wattle and their straw and said, there are no wolves here, I will build our house of sponge. Oh, fuck, a tornado, there goes me gaff. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And while I was over there, I do have to say, I do kind of, I tried to get all adventurous and get out and do a bit of fucking sport. I'm not an adventure sport kind of individual, as you've probably fucking spotted. I don't bungee jump. The ground approach is much faster for me than it was for the rest of you, right? It's just not a good thing for me. Skydiving as well, I chickened out of skydiving because tandem diving seems like a really stupid way to die. You know what I mean? Like, you're falling at 120 miles an hour going, I'm going to die. And somebody taps you on the shoulder and goes, no, we're going to die. And you have to go, sorry about that. Yes, should have taken you into consideration there, you fucker. Scott. Besides, I don't want my mother being at a funeral where a priest goes, he died as he lived, strapped to another man. It seems like the wrong thing to have in your tombstone. I did try to go scuba diving, which is a fuck-up of the highest order, right? Because I went into a scuba diving centre in Cairns, right, on the Great Barrier Reef, and said, hello, I'd like to learn how to scuba dive. And your man looks at me and goes, no, I don't fucking think so. Not with that accent. And I went, what the fuck do you mean? He goes, well, you're Irish. And I said, yeah. I said, well, the Irish are shite at scuba diving, right? It's our bizarrest national trait. We're the second worst nation in the world at scuba diving. The only people worse than we are the fucking Chinese. And I've no idea what it is in their culture. I can kind of guess what it is in Ireland, because even though we're an island, we don't look at the waters around us and go, what a wonderful playground of flora and fauna for us to investigate. Let's all jump in, like. We look at the waters around Ireland and we go, they're a bit fucking cold. And that's kind of the beginning and ending of the argument. You know what I mean? Like, so what happens is, I'm just going to check, right? And I know that you're taking your own fucking life in your hands, dipping into the audience on a night like tonight, right? But is there anyone here who's ever scuba bedover? Scuba. Yourself, like, right? Where? Raise your hand. Yourself, sir. No, I don't know, raising your hand to say the name, right? It's fucking, and yourself, sir. There's a thing you have to do, apparently, right? And this is, we'll all be fucking safer for knowing this, right? A thing with your mask, to clear your mask of water under the water, what do you have to do? And shove it in your face. Well, that's always a good sign, isn't it, under the water, to have it in your face rather than on your arse cheek. But if water gets into the mask, what do you do? Blow your nose. See what I mean? An international take. People from all over the world have learned how to do this. When you're under the water, a bit of water goes in your mask, you blow in it with your nose, and you do some sort of thing, and it fucking clears out. People have been taught this for years. It's not the Irish technique. We have our own fucking technique. All of our very own. Which is you're under the water, a bit of water goes into your mask, a little bit goes up your nose, and you panic like a fucking 8-year-old child. You immediately go, fuck this shit. I'm an oxygen-based creature. What the fuck am I doing down here? This is nonsense. You're all going to die. I'm not going to fucking die with you. I have lungs, not gills. Get me the fuck out of here now, Mary. This is the stupidest idea for a holiday we've ever had. I don't give a fuck what a fish looks like in its natural environment. Give it to me on a plate in chips. I'll be fucking thrilled, right? That's the way we react to it. It just fucking doesn't work for us. It's all like whatever. And you shoot to the surface as quickly as you can, going, fuck this shit. I'm out of here. Fuck decompression sickness. Fuck the bends, right? I don't care how much nitrogen is in my bloodstream. It can make its own way out. I'm fucking out here, right? And you shoot out of the water with the mask off going, oh, thank you God, I'm alive, thank you God, I've seen death in the face and now I am alive. And then you look down and you're in a swimming pool in a metre full of water. And the rest of the first day class are 6 inches below the surface just looking up going, fucking hell, they're worse than the Chinese, you know that? Because we're not good in the water. The Irish are shite. I mean, the high point of our maritime history was the fucking sinking of the Titanic, right? Which I made a mistake in Bristol of going on about the film, going, oh, I fucking hate the film. We hate Titanic in Ireland. And some smart-ass cow in Bristol goes, of course you do. You built the ship. Which is actually correct, historically, you go. But ultimately, not the full picture. We didn't build the fucking iceberg. And we probably would have the sense to drive around the fucking thing when we saw it coming, right? But there is a kind of a thing, we don't like the film Titanic because it's a very good example of how Hollywood uses Irish people, which is we're basically third-class passengers on the ship, right? We're expendable, but of enormous sentimental value. They hate to see us drown, but Jesus, didn't you dance well at the start of the film? My God, Paddy, if you could breaststroke like you jigged, you'd be fucking laughing now, right? Is the hidden message in that film, right? But we're not great swimmers. We've never had a good swimmer internationally, apart from one in the Olympics in 1996, and we're still fucking grinning about her, right? This woman who fucking came from nowhere, Michelle Smith, and won fucking 3 golds and a bronze, and the whole world was going, where the fuck did she come from? And we were going, haven't a clue. 6 months ago, she was a shot putter. Don't know what the fuck she's doing in the pool with an outboard motor for an arse, but she was up and down the water like a fucking dolphin from one end of the pool. When she started winning the relay medals on her own, then she was taking the fucking piss. You know what I mean? She'd get to the end of the pool, touch the wall and go, I'll take it from here. And then turn around and swim back. And the team would go, fantastic, I'll meet you on the podium with a fag. It was just shockingly laid back. And the whole world was looking at us going, she's on drugs. She's on fucking drugs. She's clearly on drugs. And Ireland, like the mature young nation that we are, turned to the whole world and went, la 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 la, fuck off, go away, la 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 la. Fuck off, go away. We did not want to hear it. As it turns out, she was on drugs. Them's the breaks, right? Okay, great. And I used to do a gag about her in Dublin because it's like it would be like if you found out in England, for example, they found out that the 1966 team was on drugs, or if you found out in Scotland that Archie Gemmill was on drugs when he scored in '78. She was on that fucking pedestal for us, right? And she was a cheat, right? So Ireland, we did not want to hear about it. So I used to weigh in with a fucking gag about, oh, isn't it great? Oh, stop it. We have very few famous Olympians, lads. Very few. Apart from the one, you know, the one with the big blonde hair and the blue eyes and the belt around her arm trying to find a vein. You remember her, right? Which is a good one, because it always got a kind of fuck off kind of response from the Irish audience. Except once, when I did a student gig in Maynooth, 600 students jammed into the hall. I got to that bit and said, big blonde hair, big blue eyes, and the belt around her arm, trying to find a vein. 600 students went, vump, completely silent. And then a second and a half later, all went, fucking hell, do you know what I mean? Fucking hell. I just stopped the gig and go to somebody in the front row and go, what the fuck is wrong? And he went, well, I hate to break it to you, Dara, but her sister is sitting over there, right? Ireland being that fucking small. So I had to walk back on stage and try to find a way out, which I did by going, so anyway, big blonde hair, big blue eyes, belt around the arm, trying to find a vein. That Ben Johnson, what a cunt he turned out to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Late and Live. Did you have a good time? Yes? And please give a round of applause for everyone you've seen tonight. For everybody in the sound booth, for Fred, everyone in the back, a round of applause for yourselves. You were awesome. My name's John Hastings. Thank you very much. This has been Late and Live. Good night.
You can stick it in my armpit if it's sweetie, it's fucking Let It Loud!